If it's one thing I cannot stand is a mixed girl that cannot stop talking about being mixed. And it'd be such like a conceited undertone because I feel like they think that they're more special than other people. Like, I'm a mixed person. Do I go out my way to continuously talk about it? Like, the only times I'll ever talk about it is if I get asked a question. And then I'll tell you because you asked. Do I just like unwarranted be like, yo, I'm so racially ambiguous. I'm so mixed. Like, you would never guess what I am. Okay. And half the time they be black and white. Girl, nobody gives a fuck. Like, dude, it's 2025. Do you know how many mixed people there are? Like, you're not special for looking racially ambiguous. You're really not.
So, do you know what gets on my nerves? People who pretend to be mixed or biracial so that they can talk trash about black and white mixed people. And it's really becoming a trend at this point. I looked at this woman's background because I was like, this person is basically looks like a biracial person, but I would not assume that she was. Like me personally, I thought she was Puerto Rican. But she shows her background. She shows her mother and father. Her mother is Mexican. Her father looks like some type of Afro Latino. She said that he's a light skinned black, but it's kind of like generalized because she's not really specifying where she's coming from. She's just trying to say that people who are half black and half white think that they're special. Like, in other words, American biracials. And one of the reasons why I try to like talk about these different identities separately is because you'll see that people tend to be working an angle when they're trashing our identity. So in this case, this person's trying to make it seem like mixed people never stop talking about their identity. But like, there are plenty of Latinos that talk about Latino issues all the time. Plenty of black people, Asian people, even white people. Like, everybody talks about themselves and their identity. But I feel like when mixed people talk about themselves, it's always shunned, and no one really wants to talk about that. She said something else that to me seemed a little crazy. She said that, they think they're more special than everybody else and they're not special. And my thing is like, you're not special. You're mad because these people are Americans the majority of the time. And in America, their identity is taboo. Because it's taboo, it's fetishized, not the other way around. So you're immigrating here with your family and then you're getting angry about the dynamics in this country. And I feel like that is not fair to the native groups in this country. My family lineage goes back hundreds of years, and I don't feel like I have to argue with somebody who came here, after civil rights to try to like benefit off of the struggle of my ancestors and then bash them and then try to come to me like as if we're part of some same group. We're not part of the same group. So people like to say this thing too, where they're mixed, but a few years ago they were Latino. You were just black American, and they were Latino. They were the it group. Now that maybe they're not the it group anymore because you have Trump constantly dragging Latinos, now all of a sudden people want to be mixed, but it doesn't work like that. Latino, that's just a census designation. The reality is we tend to be ethnically going by our nationality. You can't have groups that want to erase native groups in the same space with you. Um, and I feel like some Latinos have that mindset. They want to erase biracial Americans, multi generationally mixed Americans, and they also want to make it like a global identity. So she says something in the end. Oh, do you know how many mixed people there are? Damn near everybody's mixed. Well, no, everybody isn't mixed, okay? And that's the problem. People want to be something that they're not. And, a lot of the time people are narcissistic. And it's funny because a lot of people don't know what narcissism is, but this is a classic example of a narcissistic person. They see something that they envy and they copy it and they try to mimic it. But meanwhile, they're tearing that thing down. So in this case, this person wishes she was biracial. She wishes she was a mixed black and white American. But because she's not, she's just going to have a platform where she tries to pretend that she is. And then she's going to turn around and tear down the identity of the people that are and come in with some stupid tropes of like, oh, they're always talking about themselves, or they think they're special, or, they're not the only mixed people. Like, this is what jealous, narcissistic people do. So I just wanted to call this out. And there are a lot of people who are biracial that have allied with the Latino community and other communities. And if you are an ally to the biracial and mixed community, I appreciate that. But if you are a Latino person and you hold some of these views, or if you are a person from another country who holds these views about Black and white Americans, but yet you want to call yourself mixed or biracial, I just want you to listen to this video because, this was our original identity, and we don't have to embrace people or allow them in so they can erase us or trample us or disrespect us. But let me know what you think in the comments below.